Hey guys, Crude Brothers are back. And this time, we're going to Canada. Let's hit the road. Alright, we're further along now. We just came through a small town called Morris. Let me pan over here. We're just leaving there. And here's Nick.
Hi.
And we just, we're on our way to Regina. Up ahead there, you can see the Morris River sign. And we got about, what, 6.5 hours to Regina?
Yeah, about 6.5.
Okay, and yeah, every year Nick and I go on these little road trips, and we don't know if this is something you guys are going to want to see more of. So we're gonna put this one up as a trial and see what you think. We're gonna check out some restaurants and other scenery in Canada, and see if you guys like this little travelogue. But yeah, we've been, what are some of our previous trips? We went to Colorado, right?
Yeah.
Doing hiking. We've been out to Jersey, bunch of things like that. So this is our Nick's second time in Canada, and this is my fourth time. So anyways, be back in a little bit.
We're pulling into Winnipeg, Canada. So yeah.
Just cruising along here.
Yeah.
For our Canadian fans, we have a lot of people that watch us from Canada. We've been listening to Nash the Slash as a tribute to a Canadian artist who passed away recently. He was also with a really good band called FM. And on our trip to Canada, we're going to be listening to a number of my other favorite Canadian artists like Joni Mitchell, Neil Young, Matthew Good, and also Max Webster. And we're approaching the city limits here of Winnipeg. Just picking up a few of the buildings.
Yeah.
And we're about to, upcoming, one of our turns is coming up on the GPS in about a mile from now. It's telling us that our ETA for, right now it's about 10:30 in the morning. And it's telling us we're gonna arrive in Regina around 4:41, but I'm thinking that we gain an hour.
Yeah, so we'll probably be at 3:41 because we gain an hour.
And then probably with another hour or two tacked on for gas stops
and breaks.
And lunch stops. Seems like there's a little festival going on up ahead here. A lot of traffic. Let's see if we can.
It's a car door in front of us.
Hey, look to the right. So, some festival happening at the Place St. Norbert. Funny story from earlier. When we crossed the border and we got driving into Canada, I had forgotten that they use kilometer per hour speed signs, and Nick saw one that said maximum 100, and he's like, oh, I saw a sign that said maximum 100, and I was like, really? That doesn't sound right. So I waited till we saw another one, and And I had heard that in some states like Montana, there actually were freeway stretches where you can do 100 miles an hour, and of course you can do that on Germany's autobahn. You can go as fast as you want. But there was, I think at one point, I don't think it's true anymore, but in Montana in the U.S. There was a stretch of freeway where there was no speed limit. So I was thinking it was 100 miles an hour. So when I saw that, Nick and I got my Toyota Prius up to 100 miles an hour for a minute or two until it dawned on me that no, in Canada it's kilometers per hour. So 100, I figured out that, boy, that would have been one heck of a speeding ticket because
we were like 40 miles over the limit.
Yeah, the actual speed was 100 kilometers per hour, and that translates into 62 miles per hour.
We were 38 miles per hour over the speed limit.
Yeah, so thankfully I didn't do that for very long. So anyway, still buzzing along. This is the fastest stretch of freeway that we've come across in Canada. Speed limit is now 110 kilometers per hour, which translates into about 68 miles per hour. And maybe the weather's easing up now. It was raining pretty heavy for a little while. All right, well, we'll be in Regina soon. See you in a bit.
See ya.
Just like in the United States, Canada also has a number of energy windmills that we've been coming across. And here's one here. You see a lot of those in southern states in the United States, and we just started coming across a lot more of them. There's one over there too. Storm just cleared up, and it's just a little overcast now. We're still going along Highway 1 west towards Regina. We should be there pretty soon. All right, well, now we're in downtown Regina. Here's a shot of the skyline. And we're gonna look around and find a good place to eat. We were just over at the Bushwhacker Brew Pub, which looked really good. We went in and they told us we couldn't eat there because Nick isn't 19. So back to the drawing board. Let's see what we can find. Well, it got later at night and we've been tooling around, so we quick whipped through a McDonald's drive-thru of all places. Look at what they have in Canada at McDonald's. Gravy, real cheese, curds, and world-famous fries, poutine. Spicy poutine with buffalo sauce. Cheese curds and chicken and fries. So, yeah, being on vacation, this place we, normally never eat at McDonald's. But what the heck, one time, running around, running out of time. See ya tomorrow.
Alright, we're back on the road again, and we're heading to Canmore. It's gonna take us about 9 hours to get there, and yeah, there's the dull scenery.
It's still pretty flat.
Yeah, pretty flat driving, and yeah, so we're just driving and seeing a bit.
Alright, just cruising along here. It's the first car we've seen in a long time. Pretty much our last 2 days have been exactly what you're looking at right now. Thank goodness for editing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, just take this scene and hit repeat for about 20 hours.
If you notice, on the right side, there's always shrunken poles, and the left side...
Oh yeah, the shrunken poles again. But no, I was just showing, as far as the road, we went for a really long stretch where there weren't even any cars. So, but there's been a few cool areas where it almost reminds me of where you see trains going along, and everything is so vast. It reminds me of those holiday displays when you have toy trains. So anyways, we got another 7-8 hours of this, and hopefully we'll start seeing some mountains and a little bit more variety in the scenery. See you in a bit. Okay, we were about 10 kilometers from Canmore, and just pulled off on a nice little side parking area. Some amazing mountain stretches. A nice little lake here, and some sort of a plant across the lake. Not sure what that is. The sun kind of blur us a little bit that way, but yeah, the mountains are pretty steep. So we should be up to Canmore in about another like 10-15 minutes. Alright, there's Nick over in front of the sign of Georgetown Inn. Cool place that we're staying at. Very reasonably priced. Cool, here's the outside of the Georgetown Inn. This area is so cool. And we'll show our room later on, but this is just fantastic hotel. And we just had dinner at their restaurant, which was great. Had authentic English fish and chips. And look at this setting. Yeah, most people in the hotel and working at the restaurant had a British accent. Yeah, I had the good old fish and chips, which I've never had before, that were wrapped up in newspaper, and were very good. Nick had poutine, and also, yeah, look at the scenery. And he also had some French onion soup. And my fish and chips was halibut, and then they had really good locally brewed beer. So that was great. So if you're here in Canmore, definitely want to check out their in-house restaurant. Wow, and just like right outside our room. We're just walking right down the block here. Let's get a nice pan shot of these mountains. Awesome. What a view for a hotel. On the freeway there. Oh, just almost do a 360 here. Okay, so we're up here now. This is our room. Talk about cool. And this just has, at the Georgetown Inn, just has the perfect balance of modern stuff and antique stuff. Just has a really cool look to it. Fireplace, and the furniture all looks antique, and antique clocks and tea time, and kind of a cool antique couch there. They had some cookies waiting for us when we came in. Stained glass, or glass block. And just really cool. This is an awesome hotel. Even like a little mirror setup. I feel like I'm almost like in my grandmother's house. And unbelievably, this building is only, the person downstairs was telling us, the building is only 20 years old. So it's a very rustic feel for a building that's not that old. So awesome. We love this place. Alright, well, in the Georgetown Inn they have a lot of really authentic looking antique type hotel. And they have a neat elevator, which we're going to do right now. Nick will do. You have to hold the button to bring the...
Oh, it's already up here.
Bring the lift. Alright.
Let's go to the top floor first.
No, go to the lower.
Okay.
You have to hold the button to bring this all the way down. It's like one of those old lift elevators. Cool, and then you have to open the door. Alright, we're gonna walk down the road here in Canmore, and we're gonna go across the street and check out this restaurant here. And hopefully I'm not mispronouncing this, but would it be Chez Francois? Looks like a cool place. We're gonna check it out. Be back in a moment. Oh, this looks really good. I'm gonna have to have a smoked salmon omelet, and Nick is gonna have the mushroom and cheddar cheese one. But cool, we just got done at Chez Francois, and it was a really, really good restaurant. My smoked omelet was very good. Can't say enough good things about this restaurant. The service was great, and they were really fast. I mean, it was one of the fastest service I've ever had at a nice sit-down restaurant. And boy, they've got some nice views here too. Mountains in the background, mountains from our table. Nick, what did you think of your omelet?
It was pretty good.
What did you have again?
Mushroom and cheddar omelet.
And anything else?
Yeah, with bacon.
Cool, yeah. So major thumbs up for this restaurant if you happen to be in Canmore. Very friendly, cute little rabbit. It's totally preoccupied looking for some food.
We're pulling into Banff National Park in Canada, the world's most popular national park. And here's the entrance. View is spectacular.
Doesn't look too crazy busy today.
Yeah, especially, well, it's a weekday. It's probably twice as, even maybe more than twice as busy on weekends. It'll be kind of cool if you live near here, so you can go here whenever you want. Okay.
The water's down in the rivers. Green, very bright green hue. I don't know if you guys can see that. Up to the mountains. Just awesome view here. Hey, we're coming up on an interesting little feature of the Banff Park. If you see this overpass coming up ahead here, it's not a normal overpass. If you look carefully, there's actually grass on it, and those are installed for the wildlife to cross over the freeway. And we were just reading about it on a sign at one of the side stops, saying that since they installed those grassy overpasses, that the incidents of roadkill have gone down about 80%. So we thought that was kind of cool that they had added that to the park, and we've seen a number of those. I'm looking forward to this next spot. We're coming up on Lake Louise, which is supposed to be one of the most scenic sections of Banff. Taking the exit here. We're approaching a big resort in Lake Louise. Parking lot is crazy. It took us forever just to find a parking spot. Looks amazing. Traffic was wild getting into here. Here's a really nice shot as we cross the bridge coming over by these resorts in Lake Louise. They have a little area where they do trail rides. You can rent horses to go through the trails at Lake Louise. And look at this approach. Holy cow. How's that for a postcard? Snow-capped mountains. I hope it's picking up good. Sunlight giving a little bit of glare to us. Wow. That is one enormous hotel. Wow, man.
Oh, look, all that snow.
Yeah, look at all the... Still getting a lot of glare, so hopefully it's picking up. Might have to get a better angle.
The most snow I've ever seen so far on this trip.
Yeah. It's Lake Louise. The sun's giving a bit of glare. The mountains aren't picking up as much. I'm trying to get a different angle. Almost on the other side of Lake Louise now, and a great shot of the hotel. Checking out the town of Banff now. Lots of cool shops and a view of the mountains. See if they have any cool hot sauce shops. Now we've stopped in a place called Sushi Bistro for Nicholas's favorite meal and a nice big piece of wasabi that we're gonna have to eat later on. But we got about 5-6 different rolls and some flying fish roll, which is fish eggs, tobiko, and a mix of other rolls, spicy tuna, California roll, and other things. So what do you think so far?
It's pretty good.
It is really good. I like it a lot. Looks like a nice place.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, we made quick work of that. What do you think?
It's pretty good.
Thumbs up? Yeah, that was really good. But, I don't know, probably not the night for the sushi challenge yet. For the future, though. See you guys later. Anyway, that was the Sushi Bistro. It was a very good restaurant, and we definitely liked it a lot, so it's worth checking out if you're in Banff. Alright, we found a store in Banff named after us. Pretty cool. Alright, well, we're still cruising along the long, lonely highway from around the Calgary area to where we crossed the border into Montana. So anyway, this has been a very cool trip. I'd say the highlights were definitely Canmore was phenomenal, and Lake Louise we would highly recommend. That was one of the most scenic things we've ever seen in our lives. The city of Banff, or the town of Banff, was very nice. I'd say I would recommend that more. I guess I wouldn't recommend it if you were looking for peace and quiet or something, a nice quiet day, because it was very frenetic. Just real busy town. If you like a lot of shops, Banff would be cool to check out, but just know that it's extremely busy. I mean, Lake Louise was busy, but Banff was just insane. Ton of shops, but we went to a couple places where we ended up leaving. We went into an ice cream shop. It was called I think it was called like Canada's ice cream store or something, and there was pretty much a line out the door, so we left there, went into a Starbucks that had a line out the door, so we left there without picking up anything. So yeah, Banff is just a little it was very nice, but it was definitely on the more hectic side. So anyway, this will be our last clip before we cross the border in less than an hour. We'll do one more little blurb when we're leaving Canada, and that will wrap up our Nick and Jay Go to Canada video. So we hope you guys have liked it, and let us know what you think, and if we should do more of these in the future. We'll probably be going on at least one guy road trip per year, and we can head to different areas and make little mini films if you want us to. All right, cool. Back in a bit. Oh, Canada, we barely knew ye. Well, that's it. We've crossed the border and just came back into the U.S. Probably pretty windy, so I apologize if the sound is not. There's the duty-free shop. We just came through customs, back into the U.S., into Montana, and that's it for our trip to Canada.
See you guys later.
Later.